Hello and welcome to the preview of Day 2 of the Tokyo 2020 Summer Olympic Games. Day 2 will see 29 sports and disciplines in action with a total of 18 gold medals up for grabs. Sports with medals on offer today are highlighted on screen. At the start of Day 2, China sits at the top of the medal tally with 3 golds and a bronze, with a total of 27 countries winning at least one medal on Day 1. There were another 16 new Games-related positive COVID-19 cases in the past day, including one athlete. Korea will be aiming to make history in the women's team event in archery today. Since its inclusion in the Olympic program in 1988, Korea has won this event on all 8 occasions, and they are on track for a 9th consecutive win in 2020. Korea has qualified as the number 1 seed for the knockout bracket for this event after breaking the Olympic record in the ranking round. The first round will begin at 9:30 a.m. Tokyo local time. The qualification round continues in the artistic gymnastics with the women in action today. The top 8 athletes for each of the apparatus will advance to their respective finals to be held next week, while the top 24 all-around athletes and top 8 teams will advance to the individual and team all-around finals respectively. Teams and individual athletes will be split into one of 5 sessions. The badminton and beach volleyball competitions continue with their preliminary group stage matches, while boxing, tennis and table tennis continue competition in their knockout brackets. We will look into these sports in more detail once they reach the latter stages of their knockout rounds. The first day of competition in canoe slalom will see the men's canoe and women's kayak events in action, with the top 15 men and top 24 women based on their combined score after the 2 runs progressing to the semi-finals. The Dressage Grand Prix continues in equestrian with the top 18 individual riders and top 8 teams at the end of today progressing to the final. Due to the adverse weather conditions expected on Monday due to the approaching typhoon, the rowing schedule has been changed. Races initially scheduled to be held on Day 3 will now be held on Day 2, following the races which were scheduled for Day 2. Sailing events will also get underway today, but I suspect the competition will be suspended tomorrow. Surfing, a new sport on the program for 2020, will also get its competition underway today. The competition is split into heats of 4 athletes in all rounds, with the top 2 in each heat progressing to the next round. As with rowing and sailing, expect the surfing competition to be suspended on Day 3. We will now do a quick roundup of the team sports before we preview the 9 remaining sports which will be awarding medals today. At 1 p.m. we'll see the longest event for women in the Olympic program, the cycling road race, begin. Riders will tackle a challenging 137-kilometer route which will take them up parts of Mount Fuji and around the Fuji Speedway. While the women's course is not as challenging as the men's course from yesterday, it will still pass through many of the same tricky sections and finish at the Fuji Speedway. The first medal for diving will be awarded today in the women's synchronized 3-meter springboard, which starts at 3 p.m. Fencing, judo, shooting, taekwondo and weightlifting competitions continue with 2 medals up for grabs today in these sports. Another new sport for Tokyo 2020, skateboarding, will also be awarding a medal today in the men's street event. The street event sees athletes unleash their tricks on a course featuring stairs, handrails, curbs, benches, walls and slopes. For me personally, the event of the day will be the women's 4x100 freestyle relay, where Australia will be aiming for a hat-trick of gold medals in this event. This will be one of 4 medals up for grabs in swimming on day 2. Hope you enjoy the second day of action at Tokyo 2020 and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon to be notified when we publish our preview of day 3. Just keep in mind that there may be disruptions to the schedule for day 2, day 3 and following days due to the impending arrival of the typhoon in Tokyo.